I think I'm gonna make this my second wrap on the second video on this engine swap. We have got the motor tore down. Come to find out, had 172 roller rockers. I'm thinking that's what it is, because that's what it's stamped on them. Motor is actually good. I did find this out. The motor is out of a 91 T-Bird. I've heard or done research that the T-Bird motors have thicker cylinder walls. Whether that's true or not, because they were supposedly going to build T-Birds with boost on the 5.0. Never happened. Who knows? Either way, I don't know how this motor ended up in an 87 car. I know I have said in the past videos that the convertible was an 89, but it's an 87 convertible and AOD car. The engine was, it had exhaust, pulleys, cold air intake. Well, after I got into the rear end, it had gears, 355 motorsport gears, the 172 roller rockers. The cam was stock, so to live up my old childhood days, back when I had my first 5.0, when I done all the bolt-ons, everything. Actually, I'm doing the same thing again. It's just already got most of it. So I'll show you what I got here on the engine and what it looks like. Here's the there's the 1.7 roller rockers. If you can see, you really can't see the stamp on them without me pulling them out, but I don't have my gloves on. See, so I don't want to touch them. Got my dog bones. See, there's the pulley that was on it. I've got the rest of them over there laying with my parts bin. And we do have to, since we're going to put a brand new timing cover on the front of this engine. There's my B-cam. I put a Motorsport B-cam in it. I was going to video, but forgot. Got sidetracked, lubing everything up. That's a B-cam with 172 roller rockers. Hopefully I don't have no issues. I got to bolt one on before I get too far along. That's it. New timing cover. Oh, I have a new centric I have to put on. Get this from LMR. It's a finishing kit, which comes with dowels and all kinds of stuff. But you see, there's the centric that runs your fuel pump, because I'm gonna run a manual fuel pump. This is gonna be a carbureted engine, just like the old 85s was. Gonna have a single feed 600 Holly on it. That's it. So, all right, we're working on her, and that's the drag car I was talking about. That I bought this car technically for the quarter glass and the interior, which ended up being my blue car that y'all have seen in some of my videos. So this car here's, it's caged, mini tub. It's got the bells and whistles. All right. Wow, I just had a big excitement. Little warning, don't put a can of paint on the wood stove and forget about it, because it will make a terrible mess. That's where it at. That's where it was at. That's the bottom. I guess that's where the rest of it went. It's like a shotgun went off. It was scary. So, oh man. Okay, I'll show you what we've been working on. We've been working on the 302. Got the oil pan cleaned up. Got the oil pan cleaned up. Got the timing cover on, front seal on, new oil pan gasket. Oh, man. That was my self-etch primer I had found the can to put on this timing cover. Some of the old cheap Advance green etch primer. Yeah, that's not cool. It went all over the back of this car. Thank God it didn't get on the Zephyr. I'm glad of that. This car ain't that big of a deal, because You know, I mean it is, but but that right there, I got to figure out how to fix that now. Man, what a hole. All right, well, little update, got the cam and all done. Valves, I had a heck of a time with the valves. I was worried about them. But, all right, well, I just wanted to bring this video up to show you what happened while I was sitting here doing my thing. I don't know where the paint can's at. I guess it's in there. And it blew stuff all over the wall here. I mean, it got green paint right there. Or primer, actually. All right. Well, I got the block painted. It's been a long time since I painted a motor Ford blue. It's usually been gray or Chevy orange, or not even, well, black. And I have painted one silver in Tony's truck. She turned out pretty good for a quickie. I know the exhaust ports, I'll clean them off with the side grinder. Well, you know, with the Brillo pad. But yep, she turned out pretty good. Now I can start putting the intake nozzle on it. I bought an old cheap intake at the swap meet. I was gonna paint it blue with it, but you know, whatever. It ain't even, somebody's ground off the Elderbrock that was right there. So, but it is what it is. Hey, I got to drain fluid out of that. I finally got that thing cleaned up the best I can get it cleaned up. I got the input shaft shimmed to where I like it better. I had another transmission in the building that I was able to rob a shim out of. Cause them shim packs ain't cheap. And I'm gonna try it like that. Change the grease, and this is a non-world class 83 model. So yeah, it is what it is. I got it at a good price. It should do what I need to do. So that's gonna be my transmission. Not building a race car, just building a little cruiser. But I wanted a 5-speed. All right, she's in for the last time. She's in. I did get my vapor canister from the 87 mounted up here. The original one was mounted right here, and that wasn't gonna work. And I just didn't know what it was like, so I used the 87. I still have to run the line to it. It runs up across here. I may reroute it outside or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. But Jegs headers are cheap, quality made. They look good. But passenger side, wow, no. One tube laid slap on them, and it pushed the engine over probably ½ inch. Hey, it might have been an inch. I don't know. I couldn't really measure it, but with a whole lot of massaging, I finally got it done, and a little bit of grinding on the frame or the K-member. This side, pretty good. I haven't got the steering shaft in. I had to take the steering shaft out, so I've got that. Pretty much everything under the car is done. Bought a new trans mount, got that done. The factory drive shaft. Let's see here. I'll get up under here. The factory drive shaft went right in. Bolted right to the 8.8. And I don't know if you can see it, but we got plenty of, it's actually sitting now. The rear end's laying down. But as of right now, it's still sitting where it was at in the C4. So it's probably going to work out just fine. And I got to find some bolts. The bolts for this mount, the ones that was on the original mount, won't fit this one. They're bigger. But this is the original 87 cross member. Now, you know how a Fox body has a little bit of extra tube hanging out. All I did was cut the tube off, cut the inner sleeve a little bit, put it back together, bolted right in place, no problem. I mean, like I said, everything just falls right in place. You can see right here is where I put the original brake line. See, it falls in just perfect. Runs right up the rail just like it did in the Mustang. So, and I'll show you my shifter hole. Excuse me, got my fingers in the way. Here's my shifter hole. I cut it nice and clean. I wanted to make sure it was just perfect because I'm going to have a boot made with the same color of the car. That way it'll match the car. And a buddy of mine's got a plasma table. I'm going to see if he can cut me a ring. And I'll paint the ring black probably to fit this. And I'll get my upholster guy, when I do my headliner, I'll get him to make my boot of the color of the door panels. That way it'll match my boot. And I'm probably going with a Hurst, the round shifter that comes on some of the older cars. I got to get the seat in here and get a measurement. I think the 10-inch may work. I'm not building a race car. I'm building something that supposedly looks factory. Now, the original valve covers that was on this motor, I can't use because it has no PVC hole. So, I'm going to take, actually this port here, this vacuum port that I'm going to use to run my block that come off of my 87 right here. I'm going to use that, and then my PVC will probably run off of here. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I was paying attention to what I was doing. My PVC off of my new valve covers will run right here, and this will feed that over there because these valve covers don't have a provision for PVC. So I can't use them. So I bought some cheap chrome valve covers, and my cousin's gonna make me some decals, Ford Power, powered by Ford or some of the older decals, and for the breather, I'm gonna get the HO50 decal goes on the breather. If it'll fit, I don't know. I gotta check hood clearance. I may not even be using it, but anyway, that's it for now. Rick, what you working on?
Trying to find down the hold downs for the distributor.
Tell you what, go out in the diesel with a flashlight and look in the console. I think I may have put it there. I just thought about it. Tony, what are you doing up here? I don't know. Look, we got a dang distributor in there. The distributor, get some wires on. We got the headers on. We put the steering shaft in. Now, on that deal there, don't move the rack forward. Drop the column and drag it back. Makes it easier. Because the rack won't move far enough forward to do what you need to do. So, we got to put the dipstick in. That's next. So, we're working on it a little at a time. All right, we did have to lengthen the distributor wires because they weren't long enough, and I wanted them to run down here and run up under here so they'd be out of the way. And yes, that's just wiring harness wrap. It don't look the greatest, but I didn't have no loom, not on me right at this point. We're just mainly trying to get this thing wrapped up where we can go and tidy it up later. But, we got the new valve covers on. Now I got my PVC. I had it hooked up. Then I realized I'm going to use the 5.0 hard lines. So, I forgot what I was saying now. We still got, the main thing we got left to do is get rid of that because we're going to this 2G alternator. That's going to be fun. But we have fire. We did get fire. We primed it.
Big fire.
Got fire. The pump is actually working because it spurted a little gas out. You can probably look down there and see it spurted a little gas out. Bleed the brakes. Get the AC stuff mounted. And we did get the neutral safety switch on the pedal working underneath the dash. So you have to push the clutch in to start the car now. It's connected to the car harness. Also, we got our reverse lights working. So that's a big plus. I definitely wanted everything to work just like it did from the factory. Oh, and we did put some gauges in because I don't like these idiot lights in the console because this thing's alternator went out on me, and then the darn alternator light never came on. So I put me some gauges in.
But we do have everything to go back original.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I've still got the ashtray. I'm gonna keep it in the trunk. So all you gotta do is unbolt that,
Yep.
put the ashtray back on it. Yeah, I mean everything. I still got all the chassis stuff, but nobody's gonna really want that. So that's it for
Hopefully
tonight.
before Christmas, we'll have some fumes up here in the shop.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
So
It'd be awesome.
yeah. All right, this is gonna be the wrap on my second video. The third one should be running. Maybe I can get somebody to film while we you know, do our firing, getting the first fire up and running through the gears. You know, we'll see.
Because we got to get baby done.
Oh,
We got to get baby done here so we can get on to that.
yeah,
Get that taken care of. And
Yeah, 'cause
then we got another
that is not
member of the family down there in the other shop that we need to
yeah.
to address. And,
Yeah, we'll have a boxing on that. We have some parts for it.
But everything will come to you as we do it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing there, we got to pull the motor. We got to pull motor and transmission out because we have an oil pan leak, which ain't really been leaking oil, but it's pouring transmission fluid out of the shifter for some reason. Shifter lever, I don't understand it. Anyway, we're gonna call it on this one, and y'all have a blessed day.
Later.
Later.
Peace.